अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाह। अमीर साहब आप भी आ जाएं साथ, बैठे प्लीज। तिलावत किसकी है? तिलावत हम शाम को कोई चंद आयात तिलावत कर दे, कोई कारी। हाँ ये कर दे, ठीक है।
औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। इज़ा जाअ नस्रुल्लाहि वल फथ वरअयतन नास यदखुलून फी दीनिल्लाहि अफ़वाजा फसब्बिह बिहम्दि रब्बिका वस्तग़फ़िरहु इन्नहु कान तव्वाबा। The translation of these verses is as follows. In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful, when the help of Allah comes and the victory, and thou seest men entering the religion of Allah in troops, glorify the Lord with His praise and seek forgiveness of Him. Surely He is oft returning with compassion.
Jazakumullah. And let's begin with the regular question and answer. Who is going to conduct this?
Bashir has conducted, but we have got the people going to ask the questions waiting. We have got people who are going to ask the questions waiting. Can they come and ask the questions?
In the line?
In the line, ji.
Okay. Yes. Let them start, please.
Assalamu alaikum, Hazur.
Walaikum.
Mirza Idris Beg from Burnley. Hazur, I have started studying your book, Revelation, Rationality, Truth and Knowledge. I am studying it through index. Whatever comes to my mind, I see it in the index and then I study the topic. I have studied something which interested me very much. The chapter on congenital defects, inherited diseases and suffering. Now, we see lot of diseases which are very severe and they shatter the life of the patient as well as their families. Now the question I have formulated on this aspect is, one may say that I believe that God created life on this planet and left it to dumb, deaf and blind natural selection, and it is the DNA which determines what we will be, what we are, not God, because
that question shows that you have not read the book carefully. All these aspects have been fully discussed with scientific evidence. DNA has no mind. It is not of its own creation, and it's so complex that the scientists so far have admitted their total failure to understand how DNA came into being. So please read those chapters and then you will be answered.
What I wanted to, my other point was, if God is perfect, we believe that God is perfect.
That question is also dealt with. It will take you perhaps a year to go through the book and then understand the book in its entirety. just to scan through a few chapters will not help. I request you to take your time and study the book in depth, and if possible, continuously from A to Z. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi Hazur.
Balsam,
Hazur, my question is, there is a talk of Sharia laws in Pakistan once again. Hazur, could you please enlighten us what the Pakistan government may be hoping to achieve by this?
nothing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. From Bangladesh?
Ji Huzur.
Fresh from Bangladesh?
Ji Huzur.
Yes.
My name is B.A. Muhammad Abdul Sattar,
Yes.
member of Majlis Ansarullah, Dhaka, Bangladesh.
Right.
My simple question is, these days many people, including heads of government of first world or developed, so-called developed countries, talk of new world order while acting against the transfer of technology as well as assistance, meaningful assistance for proper utilization of resources of the third world countries. How, without absolute justice, moral and spiritual base, they can aspire to achieve this?
They can't. Moreover, what do they mean by new world order? What has changed?
Creating
It is the same old world order which is in operation, and no one has a right to speak of a new world order without telling the world what of the old world order has been changed. So without any change in the old existing world order, how can they talk of a new world order? Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
Wa
barakatuh.
alaikum rahmatullah.
Mohsen Rizvi from Sheffield.
From?
Sheffield.
Yeah.
Hazur, my question is about the second type of iddat. I mean after the death of husband, where the period of iddat is 4 months and 10 days. Surah Al-Baqarah verse 235. With reference to the breaking of the iddat period, is there any sort of kuffara under the following circumstances? For example, if traveling abroad due to poor health or attending any religious gathering like Jalsa Salana?
These exceptions can be made, of course, according to the situation. For instance, some ladies earn their living by going to offices, etc. And when they are in iddat, it is very important for them to continue to earn their living, or they cannot feed themselves. So Allah Ta'ala has taken consideration of all these factors, and all that one is required is to ask from